Good evening, Rambler fans, and welcome to another episode of the Rambler Sports Locker. I'm Grace Runkle.
And I'm Elizabeth Suarez.
So this is my third time at the desk, but Elizabeth here is brand new. So how are you feeling about your big Sports Locker debut? Any nerves or anything?
Just a little nervous, but I'm going to be honest, I don't know much about sports, and since I'm from Cleveland, they tend to be a sore subject.
Well, that's okay. I'm from Floyd's Knobs, Indiana, and it's not like they're known for their sports teams either, or anything for that matter. But let's talk about the Ramblers. The women's golf team had a successful start to the week at the Loyola Fall Invitational. Freshman Summer Moser finished first in the event after posting a score of 78 for all 3 rounds. Moser's top spot earned her medalist honors and the title of Co-MVC Women's Golfer of the Week. Sophomore Logan Willis and junior Olivia Lindsley also finished in the top 10, winning the Ramblers the team title. Director of Golf Kyle Stefan said the team had a strong performance but still had some skills to work on.
Just our speed control around the greens. We need to practice our bunker play. We need to practice our short game from inside 100 yards and in, and we need to keep getting reps out on the golf course and play some golf holes. So there's still a lot of work to do. We're nowhere near where we need to be, but I feel we're closer. I feel it's a good step this week, and I feel we're going to keep going.
Next up for the Ramblers is the Rocket Classic on October 13th and 14th in Catawba Island, Ohio.
The men's soccer team was defeated by the Valparaiso Crusaders Tuesday night. The Ramblers managed just 4 attempts on goal during the game and were unable to make it onto the scoreboard. The score remained 0-0 until the 4th minute of overtime when Valparaiso's Zeb Tabliab drilled a shot past junior goalkeeper Tim Dobrovolsky. However, the game wasn't all bad for the Ramblers. Dobrovolsky made a season high of 4 saves that night. Dobro took some time out of his busy week to talk to us about this season in a new segment called Timeout with Audrey Bailey.
Thanks guys, welcome to Timeout, our new segment for the year. I'm joined today by Loyola soccer goalie Tim Dobrovolsky. Tim, thank you for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Now I know everyone knows you on campus. At least they should. If they don't, that's kind of sad. But I want to get to know you on a more personal level. Why did you become involved with soccer? When did you first start playing?
Okay, so as early as I can remember, soccer's always been a part of my life. My first jersey ever was my dad's old jersey that he got while he was living in Germany. It's a Bayern Munich jersey. It's my favorite club in the whole world. And as a little kid, my dad would travel a lot, and I would get soccer jerseys from all around the globe. So it's something that's always been a part of me as a little kid, I guess, and it's grown through.
And now, I know with the season, getting on a roll, you're practicing constantly. So tell me a little bit about what the average day for Tim Dobrovolsky looks like as far as practicing.
Okay, so it really depends on what day it is in the week. So if it is a practice after a game, we will do a nice easy regen session. We'll roll out with a foam roller, stretch with stretch bands, get some movement back into our legs, get the fluids out, get the muscles going, some nice easy possession, maybe some shooting, get some handling in. Now if it's any other day of the week, it'll be a pretty rigorous practice. We'll really, for goalies at least, we'll have at least between 20 minutes to an hour just by ourselves working on different fundamentals. Diving, low balls, high balls, something that my goalie coach wants us to focus on for that week. It's a topic or something for the next game coming up. And then we'll break off into full team exercises, and that can vary from day to day. So.
Now I've heard from a lot of players that they have a pre-game ritual that they go through. They either wear the same pair of socks or listen to a song. Do you have anything similar to that you do before a game?
Yes, I do actually. Before every game, I have a certain, strategy to how I get things done. I'll have a certain amount of songs I have to listen to, some more appropriate than others. One of my favorite songs is called Feeling Good by Muse. It's probably a song I listen to before every game. Another one would be Dysfunctional by Tech 9, who's out from the Midwest. Other than that, I wear the same socks every game. They're Nike high-top socks. They kind of look retro. It's something I picked up over the summer. And then other than that, I have a protein shake before every game. Keep the energy going. Yeah. That's about it.
Now, do you wash your socks?
I do wash my socks.
Oh, thank goodness. Now, on a more serious note, I know you've had some heartbreaking games recently. How are you planning on coming back this Saturday against Bradley?
as you mentioned, we've had some recent heartbreaks, unfortunately, and it's something that's really brought our team closer, I feel like. And because of this, we're practice this week is going to be twice as intense. Opening conference play on Saturday is pretty big for us. Bradley's a rival. Both teams hate each other. It's to the bitter end, and I feel like this Saturday, it's our chance to shine, our chance to win. I don't think we've beaten Bradley in the past 10 years maybe. So it's a big game for us. And personally, as a goalie, we'll be going over tape from the last couple games, see what we can fix, and then just promote good vibes, good feelings for the rest of the week, and make sure that we get down to business on Saturday night.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Tim, for being here with us today.
Mm-hmm.
You can check out Tim along with the rest of the Ramblers this weekend at home against Bradley at 7 p.m. Thank you very much. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Audrey. The Ramblers will play their first conference game of the season against the Bradley Braves tomorrow night at 7 at Loyola Soccer Park.
This week marks a pretty important anniversary for Chicago hockey fans. Alfredo Rodriguez is here to tell us about how the Blackhawks were formed and the inspiration behind their name.
This week in history, in 1926, the Chicago Blackhawks were founded. The National Hockey League awarded the franchise to Major Frederick McLaughlin, who paid the $12,000 entry fee requirement to join the league. After being awarded the franchise, McLaughlin purchased the Portland Rosebuds for $200,000 and moved its most important players to Chicago. After moving to the Windy City, McLaughlin decided to change the name of the team from Rosebuds to Blackhawks. In honor of the division he served in when he fought for the U.S. Army during World War I. The Blackhawks were part of the original 6 NHL hockey teams, along with their hated rival, the Detroit Red Wings. The Hawks will write another page in their rich history when they begin the 2014-2015 season in October 9th against the Dallas Stars. For This Week in History, I'm Alfredo Rodriguez.
Thanks, Alfredo. The women's soccer team lost to the IPFW Mastodons 2-1 this past Sunday. The Mastodons scored both their goals in the first half of the game within 90 seconds of each other. IPFW goalie Sam Pavlica stopped all 6 of the Ramblers' shots during the first half, leaving the Mastodons with a 2-goal lead. 15 minutes into the second half, senior Valerie Gagnon scored Loyola's first and only goal off a corner kick assist from sophomore Shelby Cook. The Ramblers took 12 more shots in the second half, but were unable to secure another goal. The team will have their first conference game tomorrow night against the Indiana State Sycamores in Terre Haute, Indiana.
The women's volleyball team won their first conference game against Drake on Saturday after losing to Northern Iowa 3-0 the day before. Although the Ramblers won the second and the third sets, the fifth set proved to be pivotal in the Ramblers' defeat over the Bulldogs. Sophomore Morgan Reardon reached a career high of 32 kills, which is 1 kill short of Loyola's single-match record. Head coach Chris Muscat said, quote, "Our young women did an excellent job tonight. We responded every time that Drake made a run, and we were able to close out sets when we had the chance." The team will play 2 conference matches this weekend, starting off with the team's first home game of the season against Missouri State tomorrow night.
Looking for a new club to join? Looking for a good workout? Or just something fun to do with friends? The Rockwall at Hallis may be just what you are looking for. Christina Carbonera has an inside look at what the Wall has to offer.
At Loyola, there is another sport that is growing in popularity, and it's not what you might expect. Hallis's Rockwall has been gaining popularity, and the Rambler Sports Locker has an exclusive look with 2 of its finest climbers, including our very own Gabe Perez. Here, Andrew in black and Gabe in maroon are climbing the top rope wall. This type of climbing involves a belayer, who's the person that stands at the bottom to ensure the climber does not fall. Students can face their fears and climb the 35-foot wall with their friends as long as they are all 18 years of age. Another form of climbing is bouldering. This form involves a much shorter wall and no ropes, but uses different techniques that some consider more challenging. You can play games such as add-on, where players add a new move every turn, or you can choose a route already set by one of the staff members. The rock wall is open Monday through Thursday from 2 to 10, Friday from 2 to 8, and Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 6. Next time you're in Hallis, stop by the rock wall and give it a climb. I'm Christina Carbonera, reporting for the Rambler Sports Locker.
That looks like a rocking good time.
Baseball's regular season is winding down, and 10 lucky teams will be preparing for the playoff push. But before the year ends, we need to give out some regular season hardware. Let's send it to the guys in the Ramble to find out who will take this year's AL MVP.
Hey y'all, and welcome to this week's Weekly Ramble. I'm your host, Milop, and I'm joined by our two-time champion, Nader, and the challenger, Jake. Now, a lot's been going on this baseball season, which is winding down, and even though the NL MVP is wrapped up, there's a lot of questions about the AL. So, let's get started. Who should be this year's AL MVP? Nader, we're going to start with you.
If it was up to me, Victor Martinez from the Detroit Tigers would win AL MVP. His numbers speak for themselves. He's second in batting average in the AL. He's second in on-base percentage. He's third in slugging, and he's first in OPS. The numbers don't get much better. Overall, his numbers are better than anyone batting in the AL.
All right, nice. Jake?
If I'm going to say AL MVP, I'm going to go with Mike Trout from the Los Angeles Angels. He is #1 in runs and runs batted in. And last time I checked, baseball was about getting around the bases and stomping on home plate, and he's done that better than anyone so far this year.
All right, really nice points from both of you. Now, Nader, V-Mart's been great offensively, but he has been horrible during the brief amount of times he has played defense, and he normally plays DH. So how can we give it to a guy who's played significantly less than Trout?
Well, that's right. In the past, not many DHs have won AL MVP, but his numbers are just so great, and they're so much better than most hitters in the AL right now that it's kind of obvious who the best hitter is. And as far as wins above replacement, not a lot of great hitters are at the top of the list usually.
All right, awesome. And Jake, though Trout has been great, he's actually not done as well as he has the past 2 years. Hasn't it been his team that's been carrying them?
You know, some of his numbers are down. His batting average is down. Some of his other slugging numbers are down. But what's been up is his power numbers, and that's really what's brought his team further this year. And a lot of analysts are really high on Trout because he's changed his game and become more of a power hitter.
All right, very fair. Now I'm going to give both of you guys a chance to rebut each other's arguments. Nader, start it off.
Why should Trout win AL MVP in an overall down year for him statistically, when someone like Victor Martinez is the first player since 2006 with at least 30 home runs and less than 50 strikeouts?
I'll say Mike Trout, if you're looking at most valuable player, he plays center field, one of the most important position in the outfield. He fields well, he steals bases, he hits for power, he does everything, and he's on the best team in the league. I don't know how you can go against that.
Okay, really solid arguments from both guys. Now, honestly, I'm going to have to give it to Jake with Trout because it is most valuable player and not hitter. And though V-Mart is better offensively, we got to look at the complete package. So thanks, guys, and back to you at the desk.
I don't know about you, but I thought that Trout pick went swimmingly.
Yeah, Victor Martinez is going to have a tough time stealing the award away from him.
We'd like to start ending the show with something a little different, our favorite viral sports video of the week. Let's start with Eastview High School running back Apollos Hester's inspirational post-game interview. Here's what Hester had to say to a local Austin, Texas news station about his team's 1-point win over the Vandergrift Vipers.
Well, at first we started slow. We started real slow. And, you know, that's all right. That's okay because sometimes in life you're going to start slow. That's okay. We told ourselves, hey, we're going to start slow. We're going to keep going fast. We're going to start slow, but we're always going to finish fast. No matter what the score was, we're going to finish hard. We're going to finish fast. Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to lie. They had us. We weren't defeated, but they had us. But it took guts. It took an attitude. That's all it takes. That's all it takes to be successful is an attitude. And that's what our coach told us. He said, hey, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. You're going to go out there. You're going to battle. You're going to fight. You're going to do it for one. You're going to do it for one another. Do it for each other. You're going to do it for yourself. You're going to do it for us. And you're going to go out with this win. And we believe that. We truly did. And it's an awesome feeling. It's an awesome feeling when you truly believe that you're going to be successful. Regardless of the situation, regardless of the scoreboard, you're going to be successful because you put in all the time, all the effort, all the hard work, and you know that it's going to pay off. And if it doesn't pay off, you continue to give God the glory. If you still lose the game, you continue to get each other's back, and that's what we realized. Win or lose, we realized that we were going to be all right.
That video currently has more than 5 million views, and I can see why. In fact, that's probably the perfect video to watch as we head into midterms next week.
Definitely. I always need a little extra motivation when it comes to hitting the books. Make sure to visit our website at ramblersportslocker.com and follow us on Twitter and Instagram using the handles you see listed below. I'm Elizabeth Suarez.
And I'm Grace Runkle. Thanks for stopping by the locker, and don't forget to turn out the lights.